YouTube, hello. We're back today with more Lost Judgment. We did some of the after school stuff. We helped out some clubs, but I think we need to get back to solving the mystery. So we're going to work on that a little bit today. YouTube, remember to do those things YouTube likes for you to do. Remember, you can come hang out with us on Discord, and the next time I see you, we're playing Lost Judgment. Bye-bye. YouTube, we're back. Hey, YouTube, I definitely remembered you, and I definitely didn't start playing the game without I definitely remembered that YouTube watches the VOD. It's the Robotics Club. Our opponent for the preliminaries has been decided. Who is it? Jonan Technical School. Whoa, they're one of the teams that made it to the preliminaries in last year's RE Robo Rally. We can't underestimate them. Oh, so the preliminaries are finally here, huh? Indeed, if we win, we'll be in the main tournament. Kitagawa, who's going to be in charge for the preliminaries? We can't show up without a leader, right?
Thank you.
Yagami-san, can we count on you? Yeah, of course. That was my plan anyway. I'm the operator, and whatever happens, I'll be at the preliminaries. Thank you. Akuda-sensei probably wouldn't have made it to the tournament. Yeah, because we hate her. She has no motivation to. You're right. She's never had any interest in robots in the first place. Just the opposite. She makes fun of it every chance she gets. The other day, she looked at the robots and said, when you graduate high school, hopefully you'll graduate from playing with these toys too. Can I tell you something? I was told as a high schooler that once I grew up, I wouldn't want to play video games anymore. I was told by multiple people that, you know, you're going to reach a certain age and you're not going to want to do this anymore. And here I am, bones, just bones. All that's left of me are bones, and I'm playing video games. Believe in your dreams. You too can be a shitty skeleton playing video games on the internet. These aren't toys. It's like she has no clue how much the world relies on robots these days. She doesn't understand anything outside her own little world. Don't pay her any mind. Yeah, you got that right. At least talking crap and the advisor helps them bond.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, let me know when you're ready. I like, now that I kind of get how the robot thing works, I mean, I get it, kind of. But like, now that I have like a better understanding of how it works, ooh. They just give me that was a lot of money that they just gave me. Can I, like, help these guys out? Oh, I can give these guys stuff now. It's like Pocket Circuit for nerds. Well, that can't be right. I'm playing it. What do you what do you mean? What do you wait, no, what do you mean? No nerds. This game can't be for nerds. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, X has exceeded its limit. Which one is X? Is X the big? How about now? X has still exceeded its limit. Okay. All right, I'm a nerd. I got it. It's fine. Does it need a better battery? Can I just make a battery for him? Can't do anything. What a nightmare. Is this Digimon? This is robots. This is the Robotics Club. The time has come for the 4th RE Robo Rally preliminaries. This is where it all goes down. Whoa! Wait, they have a robot?
Hey.
Our opponent in the preliminaries is Jonin Technical School. They're supposed to be pretty tough, right?
I have to guess.
Right. However, according to my estimates, they're not an opponent we can't beat. Or they're not someone we can't beat. Which is exactly why we've needed our preparations to be flawless. It sounds like you're pretty confident. Of course, but from here on out, Yagami-san, this all comes down to your skills as an operator. Well, I'm sure I'll fuck this up at least twice.
Please.
So don't worry about it. I'm counting on you. If we win this, I bet more members will start to trust me. Let's do this. This is Metabots. I saw something come up on my YouTube feed last night about like there's like a Game Boy Advance Metabots game. And I was like, we've sure talked about that show a lot. All right, we're just going to go ahead and start them off with one, I guess. That's cool.
Go. Not looking good.
Boy, I'm glad that I got like this like cheating. Fuck, dude, move! Right, that might be an issue. Oh, I'm so glad I upgraded the little guys, because they're like boxing him in and keeping him from putting blocks down. Hell yeah, dudes. I'll grab this one too. Yeah. I'm so good at robots, you guys. Oh my god. These robots are for everyone. I have no idea what's actually happening. So I have to collect blocks. It's Splatoon. Like, that's kind of what it is. It's Splatoon. But I have to collect the little Tetris blocks myself. It's like, instead of paint. Oh no. Grab this so they don't have the piece. The Splatoon card battle thing? Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of kicking their ass right now. Yeah.
We did it, guys.
We did it, guys. Man, 10 opponents destroyed? Unbelievable. The Serio Robotics Club has toppled the mighty Jonin Technical School. Who could have ever predicted such an incredible outcome? The Serio High Robotics Club has now clinched their spot in the main tournament. Now we're probably going to get stopped because our stats aren't high enough, right? Yay. Amazing. I never imagined we'd make it past the preliminaries. This is the Serio Robotics Club's first real achievement. Yeah, I can't believe we beat all those guys from the technical school. Every one of us had a hand in this victory. Well, let's not lower our guard just yet. We barely made it to the starting line. Come on, don't be such a buzzkill. Takamori, don't let this victory go to your head. Our objective is far beyond this.
Right.
Objective? That's right, our objective is to win the RE Robo Rally.
Huh?
Win? Us? I plan to tell you all after we made it through the preliminaries. This is the Serio Robotics Club's ultimate goal. Our dumpy little robotics club actually winning?
Come on.
No matter how you cut it, that's some wishful thinking. It isn't wishful thinking, nor is it reckless. Our milestones are perfectly aligned with the path to victory. As long as we meet each milestone one at a time, we'll get there. We'll reach our goal.
Stupid.
Well, that's serious confidence. He's actually trying to win this thing? That's one hell of a challenge, to say the least. Well, whatever. I was bored anyway. Might as well stick around to see that. Itakura Senpai's worth the manpower of at least 100 members. And we have Yagami-san, too. Of course, I'll do whatever I can to help. Let's go to Kurumazaki. Oh, or let's go Kurumazaki. The Threeks on this Pokemon. Certified Threek. 7 days a week. This club doesn't seem like it's on the right track at all. So that raises, so this club raises my teamwork and focus. Maybe skateboarding will raise appeal and guts, because I need appeal to go up. Ooh, there's a lot of SP. Minigame crazy. Who? Not me. All right, today's topic concerns our development direction for the first round of the tournament. Well, do we know who we're up against first? Here's the tournament bracket. Our opponent in the first round is the College Robotics Club. For today, I'd like to have a discussion about our countermeasures against Miega College. Strategy meeting.
Do this.
Fine, I guess I'm using my whole brain for this.
If I have to guess.
Now, they seem to thrive in close quarters tactical formations. If that's the case, we have to prioritize offensive weaponry and formation breaking tactics. Therefore, I'd like us to focus on weapons development. To get us started, I prepared a parts lineup that I'd like to serve as the foundation of development. I've also prepared the schedule and milestones as well. Be sure to check when you need to deliver your work. Didn't even get a chance to speak.
Okitagawa.
Hey, Okitagawa. What is it? Didn't you say you wanted to have a discussion, you know, with everyone?
Indeed. What?
Correct, but you had everything all decided already. What was there even to discuss? I apologize that you misunderstood my words. Sorry that you had a problem with that. So the whole point the whole point of this was just you telling us what to do?
The most optimal solution.
That was the most optimal solution.
Roll that.
Man, I'm getting goddamn tired of this. If you'd like to voice your opinion, I'm listening. Huh? Are you patronizing me? That wasn't my intent. Oh, so this is Okitagawa's infamous top-down approach, huh? Maybe I should try to ease up the tension.
Okitagawa.
Okitagawa, how about we have an idea meeting with everyone to go over the weapon development lineup?
Yeah.
An idea meeting? Yeah, by hearing all sorts of opinions and points of view, it might spark an idea that you never would have thought of yourself. It's what they call a brainstorming session. Well, I fear that may become more of a brain-scattered session. Besides, I reviewed the lineup countless times. Well, you'll never know until you try it. Why not give it a shot?
Yes.
Very well. If you insist, Yagami-san. Great. Listen, there are all kinds of rules for brainstorming, but the most important one is never deny another's opinions. Instead, dive in and try and expand on them. You got it? Denying bad. Yes, I understand. All right, anybody want to share a thought?
Excuse me?
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking. Wouldn't projectiles be badass? That way we can wreck the enemy from a distance while lining up for a block, right? Rejected. Excuse me? Oh, he just didn't do the thing. He's not listening. With the radio controls as they are, achieving delicate handling will be difficult. Even if you aimed, the line of sight would shift and the bullet would miss its target. Actually, if we had Mizuzaki, the previous operator, tried ranged weapons, but it was highly impractical. Damn it. Hey now, Okitagawa. Shooting down someone's opinion during a brainstorming session is against the rules. Right, this is quite hard. Well, what should we do? I guess as their counselor, I should try and steer this meeting and get them inspired. I'm going to expand on Takamori's ranged weapon idea. I'll ask the ones who haven't said anything yet. I've just got to go with my girl here. Itakura, what are your thoughts on Takamori's ranged weapon idea? Well, like Okitagawa said, I think it might be hard to hit the target. In that case, why don't we adjust it so it still hits with a broad range? Like a shotgun. Yeah, if we're having a hard time with a single shot, we should make it rapid fire, like a machine gun. Make it rain hard enough and they're bound to get wet, you know? Oh, I get it. Impressive thinking, Itakura-senpai. How about a shotgun? It should hit with a broader range since the shot will be spread out. Oh, good call. That can work too. Well, that's what they put on the table. What do you think, Okitagawa? I never considered that point of view. This might work out quite well. Let's add ranged weapon development to our lineup. All right, this is going surprisingly well. All right, how about you, Sakura-kun? Sakura-kun, do you have any thoughts on Takamori's ranged weapon plan?
Huh?
Oh, me? I've been racking my brain, but nothing comes to mind. I see. Now that I think about it, he was clutching his head earlier. How about Kurumazaki? He hasn't said a thing since this meeting started. I'd like to hear his thoughts too. Kurumazaki-kun, what is your opinion on the weapons lineup? You want my opinion? Well, I really want us to have cool weapons. What do you mean by cool weapons? Well, I'm thinking if we attach some blue lights and made it transform while lit up, it would be great. Okay, I understand how you feel, but we simply don't have the funds for that. I'd rather spend them on something that'll increase our chances of winning. I'm sorry. No, don't apologize for speaking your mind while we're brainstorming. It's important to be able to voice your opinions without being afraid of screwing up. Well, some of your ideas might be totally out there, and that's fine. We're going to try not to reject ideas right out the gate, but instead go with it and try and expand on it. I see. Well, that does make sense. So cool weapons, huh? Let's bookmark Kurumazaki-kun's idea for now while we think.
Hey.
All right, Takamori, what are your thoughts? Doesn't even matter. Whatever I say, Okitagawa will just reject it outright. If you have a sufficient argument, but then all means. Okitagawa, denying opinions during a brainstorm is forbidden. Watch it. Understood. Anyway, aside from that, I really don't have any other opinion. Right, I don't think I'm getting any more out of him. Well, that was a workout for my brain. I'm beat. Yeah, but it was fun. We got some solid ideas in the weapons lineup, I'd say. Indeed, let's finish the lineup with ranged weapons like machine guns and shotguns. Should have been listening to me from the start, man. I got them all pretty amped up. That's awesome. Teamwork. Cool weapons. Yeah, the transform and light up or whatever he was saying.
Yagami-san. Yeah.
Unlock new parts. Okay. Where? Parts development. Ooh. Spider shot. So that's the shotgun, right? I can make that. Oh, I don't have any. I don't have the basic weapon report. I do have this though. All right, we don't need the whole thing. Let's upgrade everybody's weapons. Or not, I guess. Can I put, like, weapons? The hammer on this is stupid. I don't know about that. What, so I need to, like, I think we'll unlock the, did we get other stuff? I know I just breezed right over to weapon. Now we're missing aluminum. Of course, X is over the limit. Can't make anything. All right, well, here we go. So you can pound your, yeah, we want to give them a good solid pounding. I think that's a smart way to look at it. Our goal should always be to pound. You guys are not nearly fast enough to catch up. Getting this version of the robot or whatever that, like, dude, you're in my way. All right, well, we lost that one because you were cock blocking me. Can we upgrade the AI on this robot? Could we do that? That would be kind of sick. Really? Oh, well.
Not looking good.
All right. I gotta do this, I guess, for now. Stop. I don't like how this one's not going well. I don't feel like... I feel like my helpers are kind of getting in the way here.
Oh, way.
Like, I just need to go pick this up. Ah! Right. Gonna need to block with... Always be pounding. Got it. All right. Kill him. Yeah. Get his ass. Yeah. I love that my strategy really is just like hope that my robot my partner robots get the pieces or break the other robot before I can't. I don't 100% understand like where I'm allowed to put stuff and where I'm not.
Oh, way.
All right, we won that. This feels overly complicated. I mean, it's not complicated. Let's say that. I like get it. Excellent. We've collected some useful data from this match too. Hey, Okitagawa, if it's cool to look over these parts again, I think we can make some modifications.
Takamori.
How long do you expect it will take? Half a day, maybe? Looks like your schedule's about to open up, so you should have time for now. All right, you can go ahead with those modifications. Roger that. Kitagawa's been listening to everyone's opinions a lot more than before. Could it be because of the brainstorming session? Itakura-senpai, how's this?
Not bad.
Yep, now you've got it. Oh, thank goodness. Everyone seems more cheerful than they were before. Kuramazaki-kun, are the designs coming along okay? Oh, yes. Are you enjoying the work? I'm just doing my best. Right. I can get a pretty good read on Akitagawa, Takamori, and Sakura-kun, but I'm going to need more time getting Kuramazaki-kun to open up. Huh? Oh. Got new dirt on the robot. These kids not go to class. Did we clicker train this kid to be nice? We did.
Huh?
All right, let's go back to the MRC. And I think then that'll be... Oh, level 2. More school stories are available. Wonder what... There's so much, like, after-school club in this game. It's interesting, right? Like... I wonder... I know, like... I'm trying to, like... Let me get my thoughts together here again. But, like, it feels like... I know with, like, Infinite Wealth and, like a Dragon, they kind of want the game to be like, you only need to play this game. We have supplied you with you know, the enough to just, you know, you can play everything. You can just play all the mini games and stuff. This game has everything. Don't worry about it. But it's like, it's such an interesting design philosophy to be like, well, after school programs, though. Itakura looks annoyed with us. Well, she doesn't want to go back because of Amasawa's brother. I want to talk to you about the new case. Well, Yagami-san, thank you for coming. Please take a seat. Kento-kun sitting in on today's meeting? Yeah, it's somewhat relevant to me, so... Oh, is it? Let's see what Amasawa's got for me. My apologies if the question seems out of left field, but by any chance, have you heard of the... Oh, Sujigiri that occurred during the Edo era? This is, Sujigiri, you mean the old crossroad killings? Where people ambushed each other with swords on the streets? Yeah, samurai and vagabonds alike, supposedly to test their skills in weaponry or even to mug their victims. Any particular reason this is coming up in the current year? Well, it's certainly become relevant in Ijincho. Granted, it's more of a crossroad beatdown here. Crossroad beatdown? What in the world? It's a local figure who appears out of nowhere to challenge targets to fistfights. I've heard that several thugs and skilled fighters alike have fallen victim to this payback boxer. Oh, this is boxing club. Okay. Oh, there's the name. What's this payback boxer like? He's tall, well-built, and only uses boxing techniques. Not only that, but I hear he's exceptionally strong. So much so he's even defeated a martial arts champ. Well, that sounds like a real pro. Unfortunately, he's still unidentified. He wears a hood over his eyes and hides his face with a mask. Apparently, the payback boxer tells all his victims, I'm here because of your past sins. Sins? What does he mean by that? From what I've heard, he only targets rough and tumble types who clearly have skeletons in their closets. There's a rumor that the payback boxer has been accepting requests made through the professor's website.
I see.
Oh, so he's acting like some kind of anti-hero. Any suspects yet, at least? Well, we do have one potential suspect already. Kenya Oshikiri, a male second-year student right here at Serio High. Currently, I have two reasons for suspecting him. First, a button from Serio High uniform was found on the boxers. Okay, the crime scenes. I've heard that Oshikiri-kun attends a boxing gym off campus. How are his boxing skills? The payback boxer is exceptionally strong, right? I also hear Oshikiri-kun's extremely strong as well and known for his tremendous skill. He's a downright prodigy. I bet he's the strongest person at that gym. Well, you know Oshikiri too?
Yeah.
Yep, he was originally in the karate club with me. We used to practice together when we were both first years. He was crazy strong in karate too. He beat all the black belt senpai the same month he joined the club. He flat out told them there's nothing more this club can teach me and walked out on the spot. Dang, that's crazy. Look, Yagami-san, he and I used to be pretty close. I have to say, I don't really think he's the type of guy to do something like this.
Kento-kun.
What kind of guy is Oshikiri from your point of view?
So,
Well, Kenya can be combative, but he's not capable of any real crime. But Oshikiri-kun has been in fights all over town, right? He's well known as a delinquent here in Ijincho.
so actually,
Well, that's not it, sis. Kenya has kind of a mouth on him. His senpai and other... Kenya has kind of a mouth on him around his senpai and other tough guys, so they'd get wound up pretty fast. He got famous because he kept winning fights that other people picked with him. He never started it. So you really don't think he's got the payback part of the payback boxer in him, do you?
Amasawa.
All right, Amasawa, what is it exactly you'd like me to do? I'd like for you to go undercover at Oshikiri-kun's boxing gym. According to Kento, he opens up to sparring opponents that he trusts and respects.
If I were to guess.
By that logic, you should prove yourself at his gym. Okay,
Gotcha.
cool. So we'll go ahead and join the gym.
Well,
Yep, okay. I got it. I got it. Oh, we still actually need to talk to her about the robot stuff, though. I need 20,000 for that. Oops. Oh, I've got all the snake skills I can get, I guess. Right, Right, tiger it is. Itakura still isn't here. I hope she shows up. Well, who knows? After what happened last time, who could blame her?
Hey.
Well, here I am. Please have a seat, you two. I've required some new information regarding the thieving robot incidents. So what is it? I was able to get a picture of the robot in question. Oh, so this is it? It was up on social media. A witness seemed to have snapped a photo. After analyzing the information, it seems like the robot's more powerful than it appears. As it runs away, it spews out smoke screen and even disperses caltrops from its rear. Caltrops? Those spiky balls ninjas throw when making a getaway? From its rear? That's right. Likely countermeasures in case anyone chases after it. Itakura, do you think that the Serio Robotics Club would be able to install functions like those with everything they know?
No.
How? That's an impossible task for them. They're kind of a second-rate robotics club. From what I hear, that thief bot's supposed to be pretty agile. That sort of control program is extremely complex. I might fare better, but it'd be impossible for Kitagawa or Sakura. Meaning the Serio Robotics Club would have a heck of a skill barrier to face.
Excuse me.
One more thing, Yagami-san. Will you take a good look at this picture? Are you able to see the bolt on this part? Oh, it's the flower bolt. Yeah, the cherry blossom. Wait, those are the custom bolts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're indeed one and the same. We may need to be more wary of the robotics club. Actually, Amasawa, can I get the data for this picture? What are you planning to do? Ask the robotics club about it. Oh, so soon? Won't that make them suspicious? There's this first year named Sakura-kun. Out of every member, he's the one who's opened up the most. If there's anyone we could trust to keep a secret, it'd be him, right, Itakura? I could definitely see that. Very well, I'll say it again, but please be careful. We annoy her. Why would she want to show up? You know, she's just, oh, can I not progress now? Did that just lock out? Oh, no, I can. Interesting. All right, I did say we would do a little robotics and we'd get back to the story. What I think might happen is just based on how this has been going is we'll probably, I want to try and do all the clubs that we can, but I'm also being wary about the story. And again, you know, we've talked about how the story kind of makes us feel bad for fucking around at school. So like, I get it. And I know you guys get it too, that like, well, if we don't do every after school club, that's probably okay. Because again, the narrative is sort of like, you know, doesn't really lend itself to like, oh, you got time to goof off. There's just people dying. You know? I just wonder what the leadership is for. I mean, it's just an excuse to get us into the activities, I guess. There's a lot of problems, it seems, at Serio High. Even beyond just, you know, the other stuff. Like, it seems to me like a lot of the problem is just, like, the teachers are disinterested, which I guess feeds into the narrative anyway of, like, you know, the teachers aren't doing enough when it comes to, like, the bullying and other problems. The school stuff is like the side game, like real estate or cabaret, except for aside from getting to know the students, it doesn't seem to affect the story. No, it doesn't. I don't think, I honestly, I don't think it's necessarily going to be, like, I don't think we're going to get any nuance to the, to like the main narrative by doing the school stuff, other than like, it's becoming increasingly apparent that like Serio High has like an engagement problem when it comes to like their faculty and stuff, right? Because like that's what we've seen, right? For the dance club and for the robotics club, it's like nobody wants to be involved, right? Like that's kind of the issue, right? Is that nobody wants to be a part of anything. Oh, not this. I think it's just kind of a low-ranking school. Maybe, yeah.
Really, guys?
But it definitely, like, I don't think it, I don't think it's, we're gonna learn anything about, like, the bullying problem or, like, the flabber gang or any of that other stuff. Like, I think it's just more like, yeah, this is an issue. It's sort of like there's a broad issue where like there's not enough care being put into anything, you know. Oh, there's Sugiura. Hey, dude.
So we off to see Mamiya? I'm ready whenever you are.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's go.
Yep, let's go.
All right, let's do
It's
this.
student enrichment. We're providing the
If your
yeah.
theory is accurate, then Mamiya was involved in both Kawai and Mikoshiba's murders. And even if that's off, we can at least learn more about Kawana-san as a teacher.
East Ikebukuro, Yui Mamiya's apartment. This is gonna go well. Hey, do you think she'll be good still?
Yes?
Kuwano was at a
Hi, it's
different
Yagami.
school though.
I dropped by with Genda Law the other day.
Not again.
I have just a few more questions I'd like to ask you.
You told me the last visit would be your only one. Seriously, why do you keep showing up here uninvited?
Cause you did it. You were a part of
Leave me
it.
alone.
I suppose I should mention, I'm here today as a detective, not a lawyer.
So what?
And my partner here is Sugiura. He's with an agency called Yokohama 99.
Never heard of him.
He's based in Ijincho. He's working a case. Maybe you saw it on the news? The murder of Serio High teacher Yoko Sawa, killed in her own apartment. You and Sawa-san were classmates in high school, is that correct? After leaving Kurakawa 13 years ago, Sawa-san moved to Ijincho to teach. Are you still there?
What is it you want? I haven't seen Yoko-chan since graduation. Now go. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Maybe you'll remember Kitakata-sensei then. I ran into him at Sawa-sensei's home right before the murder. He was your homeroom teacher at Kurakawa, but resigned after the Mitsuru Kusamoto incident. Just like you, he appears to be connected to Sawa-san.
So why am I being singled out? Can't you just ask someone else?
Believe me, it's a long list. But right now, we're here to find out how Sawa-san got mixed up in all this. You two weren't necessarily on bad terms, were you?
If I had to say, we weren't on the best terms either.
Yeah,
How
I mean,
convenient, because that's a perspective I'd like to hear more about as well.
My husband will be home soon. Can you keep it quick?
I'll give it my best shot.
I won't break any of
Exactly.
your
Thanks
kids'
for hearing
toys
us
again.
out.
I'm sorry.
Hold on just a moment.
Wonder what's going on. You don't think she bolted, do you?
Wouldn't count on it.
Should we ring again?
She's taking her sweet time in there. Is she trying to figure out an escape plan or something?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to clean up a little.
Clean up a little crime scene?
Is your son home today?
He's at English school right now. I have to pick him up soon.
How
Doesn't your
convenient.
husband help with any of that? You said he'd be home soon, right?
Excuse me, but you are in no place to make those kinds of comments.
Sorry. Didn't mean to pry.
Well, what is it you want to ask?
Where do I start? I have a ton of questions for her. If I piss her off, we might get booted out of here with nothing to show for it. Yeah, let's just go right for the throat.
Do you remember Mitsuru Kusumoto?
Yes, we were classmates in high school.
He jumped off the school's roof after his classmate Shinya Kawai bullied him. I hear he's still in a coma, 13 years later.
Weren't you going to ask me about Yoko-chan?
I was, but there seemed to be an awful lot of Kurokawa graduates surrounding this case. And strangely enough, they were all in your class. Kitakata-sensei being the prime example, as well as a guy named Akaike-san. Remember him?
Well, you're right. We were in the same class.
And would you say you're all familiar with Mitsuru Kusumoto's situation?
Yes, but that's not a warm memory for any of us.
I understand. I'm sure it's not.
All right, we're up to a decent start. I should keep it rolling and carefully build up to the point. Yeah, we have you
been
on
in
film
contact
being a
with Kitakata
piece of
Sensei
shit.
lately?
I haven't. He's someone I'd rather not have in my life.
Are you surprised that he stayed in Ijincho after resigning from the school?
No, not really.
How about the fact that now he's using an alias?
I had no clue. But again, he has nothing to do with me.
All right, none of this seems to phase her. I should take it a step further. I mean, I have nothing else to ask.
The groping was orchestrated, right?
Excuse you?
Well,
When Akihiro Ihara grabbed you on the train, you were in on that, weren't you? The whole thing was a conspiracy, staged to play out as it did.
You need to leave.
whoops.
Dude, what gives?
No one would even think to consider a predator and his victim could be accomplices. It's unheard of. But if it was to establish a murder alibi, that's another story, considering how much lighter the sentence is. That way, Ihara got away with killing Mikoshiba, paying only a fraction of the price. But as luck would have it, proving it is going to require you to cooperate with us now.
If you don't get up this second, I am calling the police. I mean it.
Oh, yeah, you definitely should.
It took me quite a long time to figure out how you and Ihara were connected. But once I learned Yokosawa attended Kurokawa, it all started falling into place. She was in your homeroom class. She looked after Toshiro Ihara. She was the link to everyone. But just before I could ask her about any of this, she was murdered by Kamurocho gang. That same gang has been hunting your old teacher, Kitakata-sensei.
What is it you want from me?
Lamia-san.
I want you to confess to your fucking crimes.
Sensei could be. He may be Kawana the handyman, but he hasn't answered his work line since Sawa-san's murder.
I don't know. He was my teacher a decade ago. I barely remember his face.
Well, I'm willing to wager Kitakata-sensei still remembers yours. I'll prove it right now.
Oh, God.
All right, there's no way you, Kitakata, alias Kawana, had forgotten you Mamiya's face. The proof of that is the video.
See for yourself.
No.
Ha
This was
ha.
recorded at Kurokawa Academy 13 years ago.
Got your
Feeling
ass.
nostalgic yet? It was well hidden. Your Kitakata sensei
Caught
had
live
a
in
USB
4K.
drive. He really didn't want this thing being seen. The most interesting part is the date. It's the very same day Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped off the school roof. And hanging out in the back, we see you, laughing and cheering right along with the other bullies.
Guess it's safe to say it's a good thing your family wasn't home. Wouldn't exactly want them seeing this, would we?
Has this video come up? Has Kitakata sensei ever mentioned to you that he had it?
Please. Please delete it.
Considering the angle, I get the feeling that this was recorded in secret. And based on your reaction, did you even know it existed?
You know what happened to Mitsuru-kun. He's been in a coma ever since what you did to him that day. But still, only one of you took the fall. Shinya Kawai took all the blame. Well, sorta, being that he got fired, Kitakata-sensei took heat too. Still, you all just moved right along with your lives. You've even got happy little families. What? Are you expecting someone?
Amiya-san?
Uh-oh.
Well, I knew it would happen someday.
What do you mean?
The Flabbers! They're gonna turn us into Beetleborgs!
Looks like she wanted some company over.
Big bad Beetleborgs. Well, I guess we're gonna destroy everything that Mamiya owns. DDT! Mistake. No, they came in from outside. She took a long time getting in touch with us because she was calling these guys. That's the door outside to the hallway.
Well, this turned into a shit show.
Time to unmask the Flabbers. Yep, it's those guys, isn't it?
Would you look at that? Our old friend Akaike-san showed up to play a part. So you are all working together.
Yep. Busted.
What should we do with them? They're the jerks who hurt Tsukumo-kun, right?
Break every finger on their hand, it still won't make you even. Come on, they may have more on the way. I have an old haunt in mind we move this to, and Mamiya-san's coming with.
Huh?
Let's not cause a scene, okay? I'd hate for a finger to slip and post this video.
Those guys went down so easy. That was barely a fight. Oh, we're taking him to the back
Is
room.
your personal jail, Yagami? What makes you think you can keep bringing captives here?
Well, it's the safest spot we know. Doesn't it feel good to be such a reliable friend?
Yeah, Higashi, be cool. We won't be around long.
Be cool. You think time's the issue? This is about respect, man.
What's your call? We kicking him out?
Oh, quick bit of news, Higashi-san. Kaito-san got shanked in Yokohama.
What? What the fuck? Kaito Aniki? By who?
You'll know once we're done explaining. Let me introduce you to Mamiya-san first.
Feel free to break
She
her
called up her
fingers.
friends to come after us just a little bit ago.
Yeah. And I'd do it again.
I don't give a shit about that. What happened to Aniki? You better have paid him back already, Yagami.
I ran up and spiked a dude on the top of his head.
Fuck those RK assholes. And how could Aniki have let him get to him like that?
Now that Higashi-san's up to speed, should we get to it? I imagine Mamiya-san doesn't want to drag this out.
What do you intend to do with me?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of
First,
you,
you'll tell
probably.
us everything you know. We'll decide how to deal with you afterward.
Unless you've got more flabbers to call. Huh.
Then let's get this over with.
Let's start with the video. Any thoughts you'd care to share? I found it on a flash drive in Kitakata-sensei's room. Or should I say, Kawana's. I take it that means he's the one who recorded it.
Yes.
That means Kawana already knew back then the rest of you were bullies too?
Yes.
If that's the case, then why was Shinya Kawai the only student thrown under the bus for it? Kawana-san didn't show that tape to anyone else?
We had no idea we were even being taped. We didn't find out about the video, or the reason he sat on it so long until way after graduating.
Why exactly did he sit on it for so long?
Kitakata-sensei said he kept it so he could teach us for the rest of our lives.
What?
If that video came out at the time of the incident, I'm sure life would have been hard for us then. After all, Kawai was exposed online, and that would mean millions of yen in compensation for damages.
Yeah, but you guys could have wound up in the same boat.
No. I mostly would have come across as dumb kids he roped into helping him. We might have caught some flack, but people would chalk it up to kids and their cliques and move on. But that's only how I would have gone if it had come out while we were still teenagers.
You're saying circumstances are different now?
I have a child now. A husband, an upscale apartment. If the world sees that tape now, I'll lose it all. And what do you think would happen to my son? The son of a woman who drove a kid to attempt suicide. His life would be ruined. Reporting is more than kids being cruel. Mitsuru jumped from the school roof that very night and is still in a coma today.
I get it. You have that much more to lose now than when you were a kid.
So with this video as leverage, Kitakata-sensei is continuing to teach his former pupils.
Same for all my classmates. Kurokawa Academy is a prestigious school, after all. Most graduates go off to great universities and land high-paying jobs. One started his own company. Others have families.
And they're all in your position too, huh? If that video gets out, they lose everything.
Exactly. Do you get it now? He waited for all of us to get what we wanted in life, just so he could threaten to take it all away. And when that time came, he started contacting us. Every student you see in that video.
When was the first time Kawana approached you?
5 years ago. I was out on a walk with my son, when he came strolling up out of the blue. At first, I barely recognized him. His eyes were so hollow. Then, without so much as a word, he took out his phone and played that video. He's a psychopath.
Well, all you kids tormenting Mitsuru looked pretty psychopathic to me.
Oh, and you're so perfect. An angel who never once acted out of line. Never lashed out at someone weaker than you, or sided with the group to shut someone out. Everyone does it. We were just lucky enough to have some creep tape us, picking on some kid who couldn't take it. Why did this have to happen to me?
I'd say it's because bad things happen to bad people. You'll sling your barbs from a safe distance, but once you're on the other side of it, you curl up and play victim.
You said it was 5 years ago that Kawana showed you the video? Reminds me of something Shirosaki-sensei was looking into.
What?
There was this guy. I think his name was Shinya Kawai. Something about him getting snatched off the streets about 5 years back.
Kuwana stepped back. All right, hold on. Kuwana stepped back into Mamiya and the others' lives 5 years ago, around when Kawhi was abducted, which
Then it was
means
you guys. You're the ones who abducted him in Kamurocho and murdered him.
No! It wasn't us! We could never do something like that!
Wasn't us, huh? So you're not denying he was murdered after all? Who was it then?
All Sensei told us was to find Kawhi somewhere in Kamurocho, and bring him back with us, no matter what it took.
Did Kawana tell you what he wanted with him?
He needs to be there when you all beg for forgiveness, is all he said. And if we refused, he'd leak the video. So we all went to see Kawhi, but he wanted nothing to do with Sensei. Considering he'd cost him everything, that came as no surprise.
But doing nothing would cost the rest of you everything too.
Yes. So we had to force him into our van. After he put up a fight.
Yeah, that lines up with what the local eyewitnesses said. So then what happened? Nobody's heard from the guy since.
We were directed to bring him to a wharf in Yokohama. And that's where we begged for forgiveness. After that, he said we were free to go. All except Kawhi.
So you left him there alone with Kawana?
We had to. The day after, I got a message on my phone from Sensei.
What did it say?
Nothing. There was only a video. It was of all of us, pushing Kawhi into the van. Turns out he recorded what we did in the city. You can see all our faces so
yeah,
clearly.
no shit.
How we covered Kawhi's mouth as he screamed for help. Even if you know all the backstory, the video is a clear-cut abduction. As I was watching it the first time, another message came in. This time, a picture. When I saw it, I just went cold. That's when I knew I would never be able to escape him. It was a picture of Kawhi. Dead. Anyone who saw those messages would think we killed him after shoving him into the van.
Yeah, yep.
And that's how he got his real leverage on his former students.
Since then, we've been at his beck and call. No matter what he tells us to do, we wouldn't dare refuse him.
He's giving you orders?
That man! He forces us to help him. He makes us accomplices to murder.
Murder?
They're being forced to help Kawana kill people? This case is finally cracking
What the
wide
hell?
open.
Murder who exactly?
Any bullies involved in suicides. That's who Sensei's got it in for. Anyone he can find across the country. He doesn't even care how old the case is. If a student commits suicide, and bullying is suspected as the cause, he'll turn up. As far as I know, counting Kawhi, I think he's killed at least 7 people.
7?
7?
So his idea of justice is killing bullies? Across the entire country?
He said that's the only way we can atone. Anyone who drives someone to suicide must always face justice. Until society comes to terms with this, he says we'll keep getting our hands dirty. That way, we might be able to save the next few Mitsurus before it's too late for them.
Not sure I should say this out loud, but I'm kind of rooting for this guy now.
Yeah, let's not.
So was the murder of Hiro Mikoshiba part of that agenda? We know Mikoshiba drove Ihara-san to suicide 4 years prior. That has to be why Kawana let Ihara murder him, and how you found your role in establishing his alibi.
Not just me. Grabbing Mikoshiba required a good number of people. All the people who pinned Ihara down. And even the ones who filmed it, they were working for Sensei.
So that's how it went down.
We had an unspoken agreement that we wouldn't directly take part in any killing. He just makes us his accomplices somehow. Like luring a target or digging a hole for a body. But the one thing we can't ever do is turn him down. If we do, he'll send his video of us abducting Kawhi to the police. And then Kawhi's body will turn up with our fingerprints all over his corpse. And we know that because he's hidden Kawai's corpse in a freezer somewhere.
Oh.
He's preserving one of his murder victims?
So as long as he has that, you're wrapped around his finger.
Mitsuru Kusumoto's case 13 years ago was the catalyst that drove Kawana to executing bullies. Hiro Mikoshiba, who Ihara murdered, was just one of many, and behind him, Kawana was pulling the strings
Sounds
all
to me
along.
like Kawana's had one thing on his
I just
mind
want to
for
say,
13 years.
if you guys remember, I never
Sitting on that
fucking
video and
trusted
becoming a
Kawana.
Jincho handyman was all in service of his real motive.
I never fucking
Playing
trusted
off
that guy. The
bullies.
minute he introduced himself, I was like,
Dragged
this is
all
a
his
bad
former
dude.
students into
This is a
hell.
bad dude who does
Until the
bad
day
things, and I don't want to
destroys
have
every
anything to
single
do with him.
Is today that day?
We'll see. I'm still curious about a few things, though, if you don't mind.
What?
There are these scumbags chasing down Kawana called RK. What part did they play? Strangely enough, they never came up once during your confession. So tell me, why'd they come for Yokosawa?
That I don't know for certain. But Sensei did reach out to Yoko-chan about 6 months ago over the phone. He was asking her about the suicide at Seiryo High.
The suicide at Seiryo High. You must be talking about Toshiro Ehara.
The lawsuit played out like no bullying took place, right? That the school wasn't responsible. But Yoko-chan was a teacher there, and Sensei was able to get the truth out of her.
How'd he do that? What did he say?
From Yoko-chan's perspective, she and Sensei were both just teachers dealing with students attempting suicide. I think that's why she let her guard down and told them everything. After learning the truth, Sensei believed Mikoshiba needed to be held accountable.
So if Sawa-sensei hadn't talked to him, Ehara wouldn't have gotten involved? And none of this would be happening in Ijincho?
Possibly.
No, this isn't right. Sawa-sensei didn't know Kawana's identity or his objectives. She thought she was just talking through her problems with a sympathetic ex-teacher. At the very least, she sure as hell didn't deserve to die for that.
It's not like we're the ones who did it.
Who is it?
Block number. Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Kawana?
Yeah. I heard you're looking for me.
Not really.
I'm willing to meet you now if you come alone. But you have to let Mamiya go in exchange.
What?
Alright. She's free as soon as I see you.
Works for me. Then come on down to your office. I thought I'd let myself in.
What?
Gotta say, this chair's pretty comfy.
Oh,
Pretty
this
sure I'm
fucking
locked
guy.
I'll only meet you alone. No one else. And don't make me wait long, or I could change my mind.
This is definitely like a cool
He told me to
motive,
meet him
still
alone.
murder kind of
I can
situation,
let
though.
Mamiya-san go once I confirm he's there.
You gonna be alright by yourself?
Well, he already knows Mamiya-san's with us. I'm guessing he was watching us from somewhere. And I can't afford to do anything that would piss him off enough to make him disappear.
Got it.
Oh, we'll take care of this end of it. Shouldn't you move your ass?
I mean, okay, like, cool motive, still murder, right? Like, sure, you can be like, well, he was, you know, he's dealing with bullying, but like, you know how you probably shouldn't deal with bullying? With murder. Murder is kind of an intense way. Why aren't I getting like the prompt? Okay, whatever. I like that we drove her ass all the way back to Kamurocho. I don't understand what just happened there. Like, a dude went flying at me Oh, is this a big guy? Did he just pick up and throw one of the other guys at me?
Really?
Then where did he go? Wait, there was a guy. Okay. Whatever. Fine, I guess. Oh, you guys want to fight too? You fool! From his own school is one thing, but Mikashiba's from another school. I think he's just like,
And stay down.
I mean, at this point, he's like out of his gourd a little bit, right? Like this is, obviously this is not a normal reaction. That you should be having to like that kind of thing. Like clearly him like not doing as much as he could have done back then is like affecting him, right? Like clearly that's bothering him, you know? But yeah, it's still pretty like we're gonna have a boss fight in my office, though. That'd be cool. What's up, douchebag?
Hope you don't mind I let myself in.
You said that already.
Now, are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya? Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
Hello? Yagami-san?
I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Sorry about all this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down? Maybe it's time you and I had a heart-to-heart. How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment? RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kawana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me, is that what's eating away at you right now? Because if it is, you're mistaken. That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry. When I saw in the news that she had been murdered in cold blood, it felt like the whole world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could. But unfortunately, to fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
You mean back to when you were a school teacher?
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity. Seeing someone's life get cut short, you never really bounce back from it, do you? But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman. We both have scars. And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
Don't sympathize with him, Yagami. This dude
It was
sucks.
13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped, she stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was. Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys, teasing. I figured it was harmless, that they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting, so I warned him not to overdo it, and eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah, I guess that's what I did. I was too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn. According to what she told me, nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru. She said she'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there. I'm not so presumptuous anymore. But back then, I used to think my students were my biggest fans. I thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth. I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day, I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
All right, so that's how we got the bullying video. He had set it up himself to record the room remotely.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You saw it, right? Talk about the ugly side of kids.
That fucking drop kick is crazy.
Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera
Or
and
like
saw what
Kawhi
happened,
does. I think it's Kawhi that drop kicks him. It's nuts.
I missed him by a few crucial moments. What happened in that classroom was the final straw. Later
Well,
on,
he
all the
jumped like
boys were
right
asked
after
what
the
happened.
video was taken.
Each
This is what we
and
found
every one
out.
of
So
them
he kind of
lied.
didn't have
Kawhi
time.
started it. It wasn't our idea, they said. To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawhi forcing Mitsuru to do his bidding. So the people held culpable were Kawhi and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye. That was the day I began living my life with real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far. You put aside your own life to make sure they atoned somehow.
That's right. Mitsuru Kusamoto's still a vegetable. He's as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day? Don't dodge the question this time.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should explain from the beginning. 4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time. You know this, right? A student at Seiryo High School? Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
What did she
Oh.
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
So Sawa-sensei was the one who told Kawana I had shown up at school. Thanks, Sawa.
The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the two of you would be meeting up, at that little cafe. Then, I hired the Leomong to step in. But you put up one hell of a fight. They had strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time, Sawa-kun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know. Yue Mamiya.
Yeah, we figured out it was Mamiya, though.
Sawa-kun had no idea.
The lady in the sunglasses. Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawa-kun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah. Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Even if Sawa-kun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell me out to the cops. We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch. That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off, and I thought she would stay away. The day she was killed, she called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge.
We should just ask the Daidoji to disappear
Then she
them.
broke down.
I don't know if Yagami's is cool with the
I asked her
Daidoji.
why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
So then what? Did you just waltz on over there? That doesn't seem like you.
Watch it. You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in. Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawa-kun, no. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed. In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me. Hard as it is to hear, I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's probably why her voice was trembling. It's tragic.
It's still your fault.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
You serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest. I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed?
All right, chat.
How
Let's
RK
not feel
seems to
bad
show
for
up
him.
in
He
the
killed
worst
7
possible
people.
times. Someone must be pulling their strings.
Then we're on the same page. At least we agree on something.
Yagami, stop sympathizing with him. He killed 7 people.
Yeah. I'm still over here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay. Then I'll meet you right now. That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out. While you still can.
Kick him out the fucking window, Yagami.
I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
Whoa! Oh wait, hold on. I gotta unboop auto mod here. Beep. They were bullies, not perverts. Have you seen the Cobblemon update? No, I haven't. I have to boot that up again. Unfortunately, like with the stuff going on with Katie and everything, like some of my like casual gaming time is I don't have as much of it right now. But I need to boot it up again. They're adding mounts? That's awesome. That's something that I think like should have been in it from day one, but that's cool. There are mods for the mounts. Yeah. Eat bucket, idiot. Hit the wrong button. That's fine. Golurk turns into a rocket and flies. That's awesome. Bucket. Yeah, I got him. From downtown. He's so far ahead of me. Jeesh. One, as far as we know, was like a pervert. I mean, he is not a good person. He's definitely being inappropriate. I don't know. Pervert is like the word I would use. He's definitely inappropriate. Until we find out he was like a panty thief or something, which, you know, considering this game series might have been.
Where'd he go?
The other 5. I mean, I assume he had something to do with, I'm always inappropriate.
Kawana!
For fuck's sake, dude. Whoa, the flabbers! I beat all of you guys up already.
You really need the masks. Come on, Kurakawa kids.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kawana!
What are you going to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything? Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut him up.
Okay.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Akaike?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
But answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay then. Time to learn your lesson!
Okay, I'm going for you first.
What kind of lesson is this?
Kawana's former students. All right. Sorry, flabbers. No Beetleborgen for you guys. You're going to jail!
Kawana! Oh no, Kawana!
She's gonna shoot me, isn't she?
Really? So nice of you to stick around. Mamiya-san. Well, since Kawana couldn't stay, sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
Ha ha. Ha ha.
13 years in the past. Mitsuru Kusimoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kawana's. Ridden by guilt, Kawana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows. However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
Chapter 10, Catch a Tiger. Yeah, you're going to jail. Yeah, get photos of all their fucking faces. Yeah, get fucked, idiot.
Getting your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore?
What?
And I think you owe us after everything you've done. Expect me to come collect one of these days. Your carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back to that dingy arcade.
We sure are. But try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
Man, that arcade attendant is as cool with everything, isn't he?
Higashi, you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah, I let them know what's up. They said they'll head over when they're ready.
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything?
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kawana really is and what he's up to.
Sounding a little smug there, Higashi-san. Taking credit for the detective work you didn't even do? Back me up here, Yagami-san.
Whatever, man. Kawana got away, and that's all that matters. Still, the task in front of us is finishing Sari-san's case. We have to clear up Bahara's crime once and for all.
Ooh.
With Mamiya-san's help, of course.
Ha ha.
I'm ready to get some answers. Well, we still got time till Shirosaki-sensei gets here. Why don't you take a breather, Yagami-san?
Huh? That'd be okay?
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Yeah, a break sounds good.
By the way, Higashi, has anything unusual gone down in Kamurocho lately? Anything involving RK?
Yeah, about that. My guys are saying things have been a little too quiet since yesterday. Soma and Akutsu are out in Ijincho too. When they come back, they're in for a rude awakening. And they can pay for what they did to Kaito Aniki.
Make 'em pay? Aren't your Yakuza days behind you now?
That's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution for.
Isn't that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Fine. Think of it as getting revenge for a brother. I'm doing the right thing, damn it!
Yeah, maybe it's just how you're putting it.
Besides, what's it matter if I was Yakuza? I've got my own code, and I'm gonna do right by me.
Whatever you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Oh, sorry. Since I'm out, might as well check in how the city's doing. I'll kill some time somewhere. I'm sure I'm gonna get... Can I take a photo of this chipmunk yet? Alright, guess not. So what should we do? I guess we could go back to the office and see if there's a case or something we can get into. We haven't really done any detective work other than the main plot. Fuck. Hello?
Hey, Yagami-san, it's Sugiura.
Hey.
Shirosaki-sensei and the others just got to Charles.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Thanks. I walked down the block. I didn't even do anything. Wow. Okay. So like that's what I'm talking about with this. I think if I have like one complaint, right, so far about this game, it is truly that I don't feel like we don't have a lot of downtime to like get into stuff. You know? So like we had like a moment where it's like, oh yeah, go kill some time until everyone else gets here, and then like it's, yeah, as soon as we get a little bit away from the mission area, they're like, hey, come back, please.
Stay down.
Like we literally walked around, like just around the block. Before the game's like, hey, come back, please.
Really?
You brought Genda?
You too, Genda-sensei?
What? Am I in the way?
Of course not. I didn't know you still did field work.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Saori-kun, I'd at least want to look him in the eye.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
Because you're going to jail, bitch.
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our condolences.
Looks like she got mixed up in all this when RK was chasing after Kawana. But we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kawana's steps.
Exactly.
That said, let's start with the harassment charges, Mamiya-san.
You're going to
Fine.
jail.
Let's get this over with.
Pout all you want, but keep the answers straight. Got it?
Ihara's assault was designed to establish a false alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. So Kawana had you play the victim, and together you pulled one over on the police and the court.
Can you confirm if this is all accurate so far, please?
Yeah.
The person who groped you on the train wasn't Ihara-san himself. It was his stand-in. And my understanding is that he had conspirators to help him fabricate this event?
That's right.
What was Kawana doing at the time? Was he in Ijinsho or Tokyo?
Didn't you hear your lady friend? a Hara-san had a stand-in.
And that stand-in was our sensei.
You mean Kawana posed as Ahara himself?
Interesting. Oh, that means that Kawana did the
It's actually
groping.
Kawana. Huh.
Sensei and a Hara-san have a pretty similar build. Not sure they could have pulled it off otherwise, you know?
But some spots don't look right, like his mouth. You sure that's really Kawana-san?
That part around his mouth is fake. He said he scanned a Hara-san's face and made it on a 3D printer.
Oh, huh. You can print things in 3D now?
Well,
All
it's
right,
a machine
Genda.
that
All right,
takes
Genda,
a model's
relax.
data from a computer and prints physical objects using materials like resin. So if you were to scan a person's face onto a computer, a 3D printer could accurately recreate it.
I don't know the details, but that's what Sensei used to become a Hara-san.
Something like this. See, with a 3D printer, a piece of a face is pretty easy to make.
What the hell?
I see. His eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses, and the seams.
Y'all going to hell and jail and hell and jail.
I must say. With the mouth area so visible, it's too convincing to think he's anybody else. And with the
Need to be
prosecution
sanded
assuming
and
he's
painted,
just
though.
another sexual predator, they fell for it.
This is no time to be impressed. In case you forgot, he had the defense fooled too.
Right.
Assuming Kawana was Ahara's double, there's still some evidence I'm iffy about.
I'm of the same opinion.
Okay. Which evidence is questionable?
All right, it's time to pull back the curtain on this case. Any evidence I'm unsure of, I need to press mommy on it right now. Well, this one, right?
Any thoughts after seeing this?
They printed the Dragon Engine model. Yeah.
You're gonna look away? You aided and abetted by playing the victim, didn't you?
I mean, yes,
Who put this video up on the internet?
Sensei did. He said from the start that once a Hara-san got his guilty verdict, he'd upload it to the internet.
So that was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Sensei can't forgive the law for how easy it lets off bullies. A Hara-san's the same way. His son's death was brushed aside. The court blamed his suicide on unknown factors. And that's what led them to his whole plan. The real victim is some bully who never got what he deserved, and the killer gets off in court by being convicted of battery. How would the public respond after finding out they'd gamed the law like that?
So Kawana
She knows they
and
still
Ahara's real
they
plan
yeah.
was to make a mockery out of the justice system.
I think they threatened didn't that
Seems to be
when
going
we were
well.
in jail as
They're beside themselves for dragging
ooh.
the police into this.
Saijima, wasn't that something they were threatening us with?
He was never concerned about his own punishment. He tarnished his own name to humiliate the law.
Yeah, cop or not, Ahara is a broken man.
Hi,
Nobody
Scully.
took
We sit in my
responsibility
lap
for his
while
son's
we
death.
interrogate this terrible
Courts all
lady.
but ignored
That
his
sounds like a
case.
good idea.
No wonder he
Yeah.
went along with Kawana.
I can't.
We're gonna
even
send this
imagine.
terrible lady up
Yeah.
the fucking river, Scully.
Sensei and a Hara-san are
My
the
cat is
perfect
just
pair
purring
that
in my
never
lap right now.
lose.
It's very
The
fresh.
only ones who do are the ones forced to comply. Us. Speaking of which, are we done here yet?
No, not even a little bit. Yeah, not even a little bit. All right, so I'm not sure what the thing is that I need to present to her. It's probably like yeah, I wonder what we need to. They don't tell the death row people they're getting hung till the day of. Oh, so they spend their whole sentence never. That's rough. Oh, that sucks. All right, so I think this is one of the things I think we need to talk to her about.
How about this?
Yeah, it zoomed in on her face. I think we got it.
This is?
The Before the incident, Ahara used this card to go through the ticket gate at Ikebukuro, the time of which was recorded.
Right, and it was on October 7th at 7:43 a.m.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun.
Happy to help, Yagami-san.
At the earliest, Mikoshiba's time of death would have been 7:30 a.m. If Ahara killed Mikoshiba in Ijincho, he would have only had 13 minutes to get to Ikebukuro. And frankly, that's impossible.
That's what's stumping you?
Huh?
Sensei borrowed the card from Ehara-san beforehand and passed her the gate. Afterward, he slipped it back to Ehara-san when they switched places. That way, Ehara-san ended up having the time-stamped card on him. Makes sense now.
So even the entry time through the ticket gate was used as part of the alibi?
It all seems so obvious now that I hear it. Nobody'd suspect that a groping was being used as an alibi for murder.
I mean, we kind of knew this already. It's weird that we have to put so much time into it.
During the trial. They really pulled it off.
Anything else?
I hope one of these doofuses are... I'm sure they are.
This piece of the puzzle still needs an explanation.
Is that...
The police examined the trace evidence on Ahara's hands after he was caught. And from the analysis, the same fibers from Mamiya-san's undergarments were found on Ahara's hands.
That's right. If the stand-in was the groper, Ehara-san wouldn't have touched Mamiya-san at all. But the evidence on Ehara-san's hands
She just gave
otherwise.
him
Rather
her
strange,
underwear.
isn't it?
I take it there was a trick to this, too?
That's simple. Before I got in the train, I met with the real Ehara-san at the underground platform. That's when I had him touch the undergarment. After that, all I had to do was go to the bathroom and put them on.
At least you took
That's
them
where the
off
fibers in the
first.
trace were from.
At least you weren't like, all right, go ahead and grope me, I guess. Yep. Okay, so she
What the police
fabricated
found
the
on
assault.
Ehara-san's hands was exactly what we wanted them to find. And it would serve as hard proof he grabbed me. The courts really ate it up. It was hard not to laugh sometimes, to be honest.
You're really starting to open up. That's the spirit.
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
Yeah, I think we've got plenty. Bottom line, groping was a fabrication. At the very least, we know that the prosecution's evidence can all be refuted.
The courts were being intentionally misled. I'm considering filing an appeal.
Make sure you do a funny pose when the
I am. We'll reveal Ahara and Kuwana's plot.
she hits the dab
they issue.
on the way down.
That might be harder than it sounds.
Why do you say that, Genda-sensei?
Well, the previous trial resulted in Ahara being found guilty, right? As the client, if he doesn't want an appeal, there's no way you're getting one. Doesn't matter what any lawyer tries to do. If Ahara refuses to appeal, then that's that.
And we'll talk to him tomorrow. First, we need to see how he reacts to everything we've got on him.
Sounds good. Then let's meet at the detention center tomorrow.
Will do.
So, we done for the night?
Sure are. Great job, everyone. Go get some rest.
T-pose on the way down.
Yo, Yagami. You sure it was cool to let that Mamiya chick just go home?
Yeah? Why?
I mean, she helped Kuwana kill all those people. Aren't you gonna turn her in or something?
I would. But there's nothing we can do.
Nothing we can do?
Frankly, we don't have any proof of the murder she was talking about.
What, so this is all for nothing?
Oh, these bullets are
Nothing
way
directly
too
pointing to
okay.
Mamiya.
I mean, it.
Aside from Mikoshiba, no other bodies turned up. Which means all we can do is take her home, right? Sugiura is making sure she gets back safe.
Fine, forget it. Why are you still here? Everyone else went home already.
I wanted to hang out with
Come
you.
on, man, why the cold shoulder?
Yeah.
Am I really that annoying?
You wouldn't be the guy I'd call to hang out with. So if you're done, then go.
Wow. Straight for the jugular, huh?
But if it's help you need, I'll be there. I've had nothing but time lately. But only if you bow your head and ask nice. Then I'll consider it.
I know for a fact you'd help me
He'd
out
call
regardless,
Kaido.
so why waste
Guess
it right
everyone
now?
loves Kaido.
Thanks for the drink.
Dude, come on. That was your cue to bow and ask nice.
Bye. All right, time to call it a day. I'm sure nothing will happen to me on the way to the office that'll distract me. What's up? Not even a second I know.
What a waste.
All right. Yeah, I mean, they're all very, for them all being very okay with helping Kuwana out. There's probably, you know, a couple of things to keep in mind with that, like, excuse me. It's probably a little bit that, like, they're okay with being shitty because they started out kind of shitty. Right? Like, I'm sure, like, that maybe has something to do with it. They're probably, you know, also they're scared, right? They seem pretty, I mean, they all seem pretty scared of Kuwana. So that probably plays into it a little bit. And, you know, like, people don't always act rationally when faced with, like, a stressor of that nature, you know? Like, I'm sure a lot of people would crumple, you know, when faced with, like, that kind of thing. Like, if somebody was like, hey, this thing that you did as a child, it's gonna ruin your life unless you help me. Like, I'm sure that there are also people who are like, you know, they would fold. They would fold under that kind of pressure, which these people clearly have, you know. I'm not saying that they're right to do it. I'm just saying, like, it's understandable. Like, it makes sense that people would be like, oh my God, I have to help him or he's going to ruin my life. Yeah, they're weak. Yeah, but, you know, like, it happens. It happens. Like, that kind of thing happens. Like, people are, you know, they're subjected to terrible things because they they you know, they don't handle, like, a stressful situation well enough. And then, because you're right, like, the right answer should have been, the minute that he was like, you're gonna help me or I'm gonna tell everybody about what you were doing, the thing that they should have done was just gonna, like, well, okay, and then gone to the police instead of digging themselves in further. But they're already, like, you know, they're already bullies, so they're already, like, maybe they're used to justifying their actions, right? Bullies are spineless. That's why they bully people. Yeah, so, like, that's part of it too. Like, these people who were, you know, victimizing, you know, this poor kid, when faced with the consequences of their actions, they're afraid to face the consequences of their actions, so they fold. You know, they fold like a piece of paper, right? They're completely released the tapes. Fuck them. They're complicit in 7 murders. I mean, yeah. Like, like, that's the thing of it, right? my god, I'm buying all of these things. The ultimate drone racer. A baseball bat. I'll buy that too. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think at the end of the day, right? Is Mamiya stupid being part of 7 murder? Yeah, no, like that's the thing, right? That's way worse than being if your choices are, right, like be complicit in something, you know, terrible, or, you know, own up to your mistakes. That's the choice that they made, and it's a stupid mistake. You know, like, I always feel like, you know, it's something that people they're not great about owning up to their mistakes, like, just in general. And like, these people, everything that's coming to these bullies, or these former bullies rather, they have bought and paid for themselves, you know? Like, since we're starting to move into the season, it's very, you know, Christmas Carol-y, right? Like, these are the chains that you formed in life, right? Like, you made these decisions, and now you have to deal with them. And there are people that just, like, will not own up to mistakes. And not own up to, like, you know, when they hurt somebody, or when they... Because, like, even think about when they were just talking a little bit ago about, you know, during, like, Kawana's sort of, like, motive rant moment, where he was like, all the students were so quick to pile on Kawhi, right? He's like, all the students piled on Kawhi, but, like, did any of them, like, you know, did Mamiya or any of the other kids, like, say, like, oh, I fucked up too? No, they didn't, you know? And if you think about it, if they had been like, you know what, I also fucked up. We all, or, you know, if a kid had gone, hey, we all kind of fucked up, right? That would be different, but that's not what happened. They all first of all, they let Kawhi take the heat, you know. They're cowards. She's a coward. And, like, I mean, even boiling down to, like, how we ended up catching her, right? She tried to sneak up on us after we had fought everybody else to hit us with the baseball bat. Like, rather than just fight us, she tried to sneak up on us. And, yeah, and she put out a hit on us, yeah. So, yeah, she's a coward. And they're all kind of cowardly. I think that means I need the dog over here to find, like, a secret of some kind. I don't know. We'll have to... If we have time, we'll figure out the chipmunk stuff. I want to, like, knock out a few more story things before tomorrow. Because what might happen tomorrow is if we can get, like, to a certain point, tomorrow we might just do more, like, clubs and stuff tomorrow. And then finish the game on Monday. Whoa! But yeah, they're I mean, I think we end the game with Mamiya and all those guys. They're going to jail. For sure. Like, they're not getting out of this, you know? They fucked up. They made the mistake. They're gonna have to deal with it. And that's going to be part of it, is that they're gonna have to deal with the consequences of their actions. Which they were not wanting to do in the first place, you know? I picked this item up, and now I have to give it to somebody who's looking for it, and there's nobody around looking for an item. But yeah, if you think about it, though, like, the real issue was, like, all they had to do was be like, yeah, I fucked up. So how does Soma fit in all of this? That's interesting. Yeah, we don't know yet. We don't know what Soma... I mean, it might just be that, like, maybe Kawaii was, like, owed them money or something, and they're just trying to get make their money back. Or maybe, like, Soma was... You know, like, it could be any number of things. It could just be that Soma's a piece of shit, which we know he is. We know Soma also sucks. So, like, it could be any number of things. Did Kawana kill the guy who provided his antihistamines? Maybe. I mean, I was sure would be cross if I had to get rid of my if I couldn't get antihistamines anymore. You know? Oh, is this the person looking for something? No. Right, well, I don't know who dropped this thing. There's nobody around looking for... Maybe I punched him to death. I mean, it might just be that, like... Because they were going after Kawana, right? So it might just be that, like, Kawana, you know, operating in Ijincho is putting heat on them, right? Or, like, the way the Kawana is operating is bringing attention to, like, the stuff they're doing, and they want that to stop.
You're recommending an appeal. I have that right? Did some new evidence come to light?
You bet.
You told us some things. Like how you faked your alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. You wanted the sexual battery conviction, right?
Well...
Your goal was to avenge your son and humiliate the law on a grand scale.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ahara-san, we have a much better grasp of the situation than you think.
And what exactly have you grasped?
Like Yagami-san just said, you're innocent. As far as the...
What I mean is it might be that, like, because he's killing people on their territory, the police are starting to look into, like, crime in those areas, and it's creating problems for them. It might be something like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything related, but because they're also, like, being criminals in the same places where Kawana is, it's leading them to be, like, it might be that, you know.
Harassment goes. As your lawyer, I'll file for an appeal, and we'll make sure the world knows it.
Thanks, but no. I'm scum of the earth. A pervert. The prosecution and the judge made that very clear in the verdict.
On the day of the crime, October 7th, at around 6:30 a.m., you were in Ijincho, not Tokyo.
Baloney. I was relaxing at home.
Except that you weren't.
Oh?
It's weird hearing somebody say baloney like that in one of these games.
And you'd miss out on that opportunity if you were
Baloney.
home, which is why you were in Ijincho instead. Isn't that right? You and Kawana's former student staked out Mikoshiba's house until he left. Then you dragged your prey into a car and brought him to an abandoned building in Ijincho, which would later become a murder scene. Every bone on Mikoshiba's fingers was broken. Remembering how he pushed Toshiro-kun to his death, it's no wonder you'd go that far. You tortured Mikoshiba without a shred of remorse. You inflicted no small amount of pain and terror. There's no way you weren't there, and I'd put my money on that.
Oh yeah, the peppermint drink is back.
And then...
You need the whole play-by-play? Even though you already know it?
Oh, not at all. I'm just fascinated by this outrageous little story.
I'll use a piece of evidence to show what he did next after beating up Mikoshiba. I mean, it's probably this. What did he do to Mikoshiba after beating him up? He killed him. I have it on fucking video, Haas.
After beating Mikoshiba.
Yeah, can we get some 07s in the chat for Mikoshiba? No? Okay.
Without leaving anything on Mikoshiba's body that could be traced back to you, you slit his throat. Estimated time of death was around 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. You tossed the bloody coat and made your way to Ikebukuro Station, where Yui Mamiya was waiting.
Are you sure? I was at Ikebukuro by 7:30 a.m. Would have been impossible for me to kill Mikoshiba and Ijincho.
The person in the security camera footage in Ikebukuro was a double who imitated your likeness. The identity of whom belonged to Jin Kawana, the handyman in Ijincho. Or maybe you know him by a different name. Former high school teacher Yu Kitakata. So which name did he give you?
I don't know who you're talking about.
With Kawana in view of the security camera, you met up with Yui Mamiya at Ikebukuro first. That's where you touched the undergarments she had prepared. The police would later discover the trace evidence on your hands and pin the groping on you. Then you made your way to Shinjuku Station. After that, Mamiya and Kawana acted out the groping as they arrived at Shinjuku Station. Kawana jumped out of the train and Mamiya chased after him. And then, in the smallest of blind spots in a station absolutely packed with cameras, you were waiting for Kawana, who looked just like you. With the two of you matching, you were able to swap places in that huge crowd without anyone noticing. Kawana handed you the transit card used to pass the ticket gate. Just one piece of hard evidence that places you in Ikebukuro at 7:43 a.m. And right after the swap, Mamiya started calling for help. After that, well, we've all seen how the news reported it. You were caught in a public place with plenty of witnesses.
An active duty police officer arrested for sexual battery. The public outcry was very clear. As a result, despite it being your first offense, you were actually tried and convicted. The consensus is that it was a fitting punishment for someone so heinous. Even as your lawyer, I felt the same.
Have some confidence in yourself, Shirosaki-sensei. The prosecution, the judge, and a lawyer like you all laid out the evidence in court and found me guilty. I'm in no position to doubt you. And I've long accepted the ruling that Toshiro was never bullied. There's nothing I can do but abide by the rule of law. Right? That's all I can do, right?
I know what you're trying to say. You carried out the justice that the courts wouldn't, right?
Everything my son went through was passed off like it never even happened. School, the teachers, and yes, the court. They all dismissed the reason he died.
That's when Kawana came in the picture, telling you Toshiro-kun had been bullied. But was it Kawana's words that suddenly made you want to kill Mikoshiba?
I mean, no, right?
Because all
like,
his fingers were broken while he was still alive. Was that really all just your pent-up rage?
What do you have to say, Ihara-san?
Well, there shouldn't have been any evidence of Mikoshiba's bullying. Who told Ihara the truth? Was it Sawa? I wonder if it was Sawa. I'm gonna try this.
Sawa-sensei, the one who told you the truth? She was the only person Toshiro-kun confided in. You had to have heard it from her, right?
Nearly hit the nail on the head, as they say.
Yeah, I thought so.
Nearly?
After my trial, she confessed she knew about the bullying. But only to her old teacher over the phone. She had no idea she was being recorded.
What?
Kuwana-san let me listen to that recording where I learned Sawa-sensei had been muzzled by both the homeroom teacher and the lawyer. That was the proof of Toshiro's bullying I'd wanted all throughout the trial. After hearing Sawa-sensei's words, I finally understood. They pushed my boy over the edge.
Was there no other evidence of the bullying? Like a diary of Toshiro-kun's or something of the sort?
Nothing. Toshiro never talked to me or my wife about the bullying. And that was probably all my fault. He was bullied in middle school, too. Kids would throw his pencil case around or hide his books. When I heard about it, I'd shoot him out. They walk all over you because you're weak. Grow spine, I told him.
Oh, good parenting. Good job.
I can't imagine how much courage it took for him to come forward about his suffering.
Yeah, that toxic masculinity will get you every time, won't it?
Listen when he pleaded for help. I should have told him I was proud of his bravery.
Enjoy prison, asshole.
I pushed him away. And in the end, Toshiro tried to make sure he never showed weakness to us again, no matter how much pain he was in. He went to a private school out in Yokohama because he hated living with me. But in the end, he still suffered.
And that's why you didn't hesitate to unleash hell on Mikoshiba.
If you say so.
You still won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba. It must be killing him not to.
The first time Kawana showed up was when he let you listen to the phone call with Sawa-sensei, right?
Yes. He approached me and asked me if I still wanted justice for my son. I was in uniform when he came to me too. Very bold. But it paid off. I owe him a debt of gratitude.
Sure.
He reassured me he had already taken care of multiple individuals like Goshiba, and that he'd urged other families to avenge the children they lost to bullying. He'd tell them that simply being branded a bully wasn't enough. He promised to deliver real justice.
If justice can be served at one's own discretion, laws would cease to serve their function. If the law isn't fair to everyone, no one will obey it. The law is only able to help the powerless because it can't be swayed by money, force, or anything else.
Then tell me, what's the solution when the law fails to punish someone who laughs in its face? To overlook those the law won't judge is to abandon those the law couldn't protect.
To render justice with confidence, you require sufficient evidence.
Some of the victims' families refused Kawana's offer of revenge, telling him it would be unforgivable. But even after rejecting his offer, not a one reported Kawana-san to the police. Do you understand what that implies? Whether you follow through with revenge or not, Kawana-san presents a solution that resonates with people. Being that the law is unfair and imperfect. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not. But we're fighting to make it as fair as we can. Laws have to change until they are perfect.
They don't change fast enough. Toshiro's death was murder by another name. Yet Hiromi Kushiba walked free. He even got to enroll in a teaching program as a student teacher. Someone like him? It's insane! I'd die of old age before the law was ever written to be fair enough. For Toshiro's sake.
I mean...
An eye to a world where the Mikoshibas can live without consequence. Tell me, what alternative was there to getting blood on my hands? I didn't have
Could
any
have
other
listened
choice.
to your son.
Yagami-san.
Could have not insulted your son for coming to you when he had a
This is
problem.
the first time you've admitted to killing Mikoshiba.
You really did your research, unlike those useless cops. Wana-san's plan was impressive, almost airtight. I didn't expect it to be unraveled so quickly.
I just got lucky. There was some dirt on Yui Mamiya that Kawana could have used against her. If we hadn't found it, there's no way we would have gotten her to talk.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, but I'm under no obligation to tell you.
Ahara-san, you'll be sent to prison as a sex offender as it stands.
Of course. Just as I planned. The charges will be confirmed, and I'll be convicted. As for the police and the prosecution, they wouldn't be able to admit they made a mistake. I could scream, "I killed Mikoshiba" at the top of my lungs. It wouldn't matter.
Are you saying you intend to admit to the murder after you're released?
Everyone's seen the video of me killing Mikoshiba by now. It's obviously authentic, but the prosecution and the police are saying it's fake. They need it to be fake. Even if I do confess, they'll sweep it under the rug.
They wouldn't.
Yeah, they
It's not
might.
beneath them, but I take it how they react.
They
is
might
no
do that
guarantee.
because it's embarrassing.
All you want
like-
is to humiliate the law, don't you?
Yeah, that's
Same
that's
system
what
that
it
determined
is.
Toshiro-kun's incident didn't happen.
It seems you're starting to understand, Yagami-san.
Hara's achieved most of what he wanted to do, but he can't overlook what he's already
The
done.
prosecution wanted to charge me for Mikoshiba's murder. Then they'd have to retract the battery verdict. And that would mean admitting to a massive blunder by the court.
Yeah, that's the thing of it.
It would be chaos. Despite knowing who murdered Mikoshiba, no one would know what to make of the case. Wouldn't that just be wonderful?
I hear you. And I even get why you'd feel pretty proud of accomplishing that.
Do you?
But in this case, the guys pretty much grabbed the tiger by the tail.
What tiger's tail?
Someone's issuing orders to the thugs in Kamurocho from behind the scenes. He's the tiger in this case. And they've been closing in on your partner, Kawana. And Sawa-sensei got in their path. I'm sure you get the newspaper in here, right? You know, don't you? Sawa-sensei was killed after the thugs broke into her home. All because she got involved with Kawana.
I'm aware she was killed. But this is the first I'm hearing of the reason why. And by thugs, you mean RK?
Yeah, but we don't know why they're going after Kawana. Any ideas?
No way I'd know.
You think it could be because she got mixed up in your deadly little game?
Excuse me?
That's what getting away with murder really looks like. The more you perpetuate the lie, the greater the rift you create. And then
Hey, Scully, do you need dinner?
the unthinkable happens.
After this, I'll give you dinner,
Kawana
buddy.
killed others besides Mikoshiba. You said so yourself. That's what brought the angry tiger into play.
I know, come here.
And if Sawa-sensei ended up paying for that instead, then how can you begin to believe your vengeance is fair?
Because she gave false testimony. She lied in court to say Toshiro was never bullied.
She couldn't name Mikoshiba, who was a minor at the time, without evidence. What's more, she was haunted by her testimony, always second-guessing if she did the right thing. But now she's been killed. Somehow that's acceptable to you? I'm gonna clear up what happened to Sawa-sensei, just like you did for Toshiro-kun.
How?
By going public with everything you and Kawana did. The first step is to appeal the sexual battery and undo this whole lie.
You never groped Yui Mamiya. That's one crime you're innocent of, Ehara-san. The court's verdict was incorrect. So please give us the chance to appeal. We can prove your innocence.
What on earth would I get out of that?
You get to humiliate the court again. Besides, what are you gonna do for the next half a year in a cell?
Fine. Do what you want. But just know this.
Yes?
I have no intention of admitting to killing Mikoshiba in court. Is your appeal still worth a damn?
We won't know till we try. Let's go, Sari-san. We have client approval to proceed with the appeal. We better act fast.
Yes, agreed.
Yagami-san.
No, you're fucked, dude.
Sawa-sensei's death isn't on me.
Sure it is.
Even if I have grabbed the tiger by the tail, that doesn't mean I killed her.
No, but your
By that
actions
logic,
led
you
to
may as
it.
well admit that Mikoshiba didn't kill Toshiro-kun. You can't have it both ways. Listen to me.
Dickhead.
Everything about you, about Kawana, about why Sawa-sensei had to die, we're gonna expose all of it. That's the only thing left we can do for her.
He's right. Yagami's right.
I'm going to fill Genda-sensei in on what happened. Why don't you head over to the office?
Sure thing.
All right. I'm gonna be right back. I have to feed Scully because she's starting to be a bit of a tyrant. She's getting mean. She was apparently bugging Katie. I'm gonna go feed the cat. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's head back to the office. Right? Ugh. Oh, it's literally right here. Okay, cool.
So then, Ihara admitted to killing Mikoshiba, did he?
Off the record, yeah. He also admitted Kawana approached him to offer revenge.
He's gonna get
Sounds
got
like you were
in
productive.
jail, isn't he?
It's enough for us to move forward with the appeal, I'd say. How does that sound, Genda-sensei?
Genda-sensei?
The sexual battery and Mikoshiba's murder are the very same case. To clear Ihara of harassment, you'll need to prove he murdered Mikoshiba. But you don't have evidence he did, do you?
Ihara-san was captured on video committing the murder.
And the prosecution claims it's a fake, of unknown origins. The police are saying the same.
Yeah.
They're only saying that to cover their asses.
In reality, the sexual battery evidence against Ihara-san is what was really fake. At the very least, we can claim Yui Mamiya and the others aided in fabricating that, alibi or not.
You really think the courts will grant you an appeal for just that?
Are you saying that's not possible?
I wouldn't go that far. But Ihara won't admit to murdering Mikoshiba in court. Kind of significant, don't you think? So what chance do you have even if you do appeal? Without any decisive new evidence, you'll just end up splitting hairs over the original verdict. And what good'll it do other than damage your own reputation, Saru-kun?
So Genda Sensei is worried about Saori-san's career, and I'm sure that's the case. Although,
To be honest with you, I feel like I've been deeply underestimated.
What?
Saori-san, are you actually mad?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am.
You have every right to be.
Listen, Sensei. Ihara and Kawana devised this plan knowing full well they could manipulate the justice system. Have we not fallen right into their trap? If we take pity on the prosecution now, we play right into their hand.
True.
So how can we worry about reputation when our duty as lawyers is to face the law?
I understand where you're coming from, and you're right to think it, but...
And another thing. While acting as Ihara's defense in the first trial, I never truly believed the claim. I didn't trust the person I was defending, and I felt sick to my stomach even being in the courtroom.
Saori-san.
Ihara likely saw right through that. He probably took great delight in our myopic dedication to the law. And I won't stand for that. I'm gonna show him exactly what I can do.
What about you, Yagami? I want to hear your thoughts.
he's not saying it, but he disagrees with Saori-san. How should I move this forward?
We should listen to Saori-san. I understand why Ihara and Kawana did what they did. I can't condone it.
I see. So you feel it too, huh?
Yes. Although my motivation may not be as righteous as Sari-san's.
What do you mean?
Mikoshiba's murder, the fake groping alibi, the one behind it all was Kawana, and he's in hiding. We need to shine enough light on him that the public can see what he is. And the perfect place to do it is during Ahara's appeal hearing.
So it's not Ahara you're after, but Kawana.
If we pursue Ahara's case, Kawana-san's actions will naturally come to light.
And if we draw out Kawana, then RK and the ones backing them will make their move. Soma from RK said Sawa-sensei knew too much, which means whoever's behind them has a secret that needs to stay buried, even if it means murder. And I need to figure that secret out. I owe Sawa-sensei that closure. The only thing we can do for her now is make sure the ones pulling the strings pay for it.
Well said.
Our motivation is fuck
I guess
that
going
guy.
back wasn't ever really an option.
Fuck that guy in particular.
Looks like I got complacent from all the peace and quiet. Leave it to me to underestimate the younger generation.
I apologize. I shouldn't have been so impertinent.
That should be my line, Saori-kun. I suppose I have to make up my mind after all that, don't I? Get out there and do what needs to be done. And heaven help anyone in your way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You heard him.
Sukuma's calling. I hope everything's okay.
Hello?
Yagami-shi, are you still in Kamurocho?
Yeah, why? What's up?
I'm afraid RK seems to be amassing in Ijincho. It's very bizarre.
Why?
Are they now?
Yeah, I can't shake the feeling that the officers like Soma and Akutsu are still in town.
You think so? If I was Soma, I'd have left Ijincho by now. He's a person of interest in Sawa-sensei's murder, too.
I see. That does make sense.
Things are settling into place here, though. I'm heading back to Ijincho with Sugiura. We got a lot to go over with you when I get back.
Wonder what it could be. Okay, see you soon then.
Yeah, let's go.
How'd you get here so fast, Sugiura? Kaido must be so bored in the hospital. I mean, I like to think that we're like texting him updates, right? I guess I should have just gone this way. Like, I'm sure I'm just like, hey Kaido, found this out. Hey Kaido, please stay in the hospital, but we've just found this out. We just got this nailed down. You know, then he's like, damn it, talk. Why you gotta be getting in all this trouble when I can't punch anybody for you? Alright, back to Ijincho. I think we'll wrap up here in a little bit. But this has been really wow. A lot happened, huh? We're definitely at this part of the game where just like things are gonna just keep happening at an accelerated pace, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time we get to Yokohama 99 here, there's like a boss fight or something. Like that feels right, you know? Wee. Does he have a sword? He did have a sword. He just busted that out in the middle of the street, huh? Come on, get that fucking timing done right. There's so many evil human buttholes in this game.
Really, guys?
there are a lot of bad people in this game for sure. A lot of people who have definitely earned all of the punches that are going to happen to them. Oh, speaking of, Oh, there's a whole nother... We still haven't found all the snake skill abilities yet. I need to decide... I need to look at the jobs and decide what jobs I'm going to give everybody in Infinite Wealth. I've already decided that we're not going to repeat jobs. So, like, we're not going to do, like, hero for Ichi, and we're not going to do, like, homeless guy for Nanba. We're gonna branch out a little bit. I have to do some research.
Looks like we're finally starting to see the whole picture.
Kuwana-san, or rather Kitakata-sensei, huh? And his students helped Ihara murder Mikoshiba. But there's still some things that doesn't explain.
Oh, oops. That was an accident.
Like, why does RK keep going after Kuwana-san? You think that's weird too, right, Yagami-san?
Yeah.
You don't like Belch Healer Nanba? No, I just want to do something different.
Got killed.
Why is RK after Kuwana, and how much do they know about
Before
him?
they came to Ijincho, RK was originally looking for Shinya Kawai. But when they found out he might have been killed, they suddenly shifted gears to Kuwana. So what are they trying to accomplish?
We can guess all we want, but that's not gonna get us anywhere. Shouldn't we ask someone in RK directly? They're strengthening their numbers in Ijincho as we speak.
The goons at the bottom rung aren't gonna be in the know on that, though. Though if Akutsu or Soma were around, then we might get somewhere.
Yeah, let me go punch them again.
Sitting around here won't get us any further. I'm gonna head into the city for a bit. I'm quick on my feet. That's about all I have going for me right now.
How modest of you.
Yeah, don't say that, Yagami-shi. Otherwise, what ground do we have to stand on?
I should head outside for now. Okay. Oh. How's the investigation coming along, Yagami-san? If you're ever stuck, try using the school diary to review the situation. Our nemesis, the professor, must be stopped. He sneaks his way into the hearts of innocent high schoolers, turning them into delinquents one by one. Remember, a truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur. Well, I can't do this. I can't do any more dance club. So I gotta do... What's gonna raise appeal? I gotta do skateboarding, I think. All right, let's go ahead. We'll save the game here, and I think we're gonna wrap up for the night. But yeah, we're in like the middle of chapter 10 here. Probably finish up. That means I think we could probably take tomorrow and do more side quest stuff. So that'll be fun. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to our friends on YouTube, though. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. The plot be thick. The plot sure be thickening. YouTube, remember to do those things that YouTube likes for you to do. Remember, you can come hang out with us on Discord. And of course, the most important thing to remember is to take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I will see all of you later. Bye-bye.